5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, or welcome to GNF Fun Edition of GNF Televisable, where we talk about all the hot button topics and anything else that fits your fancies. And as usual, it is a Friday, Saturday for some, Friday for me, and we're here covering a lot of different shit and shenanigans. And as normal, I haven't even set up the invites that I normally want to do, but I'm going to do that while I. How the hell do I do that again? Right. I gotta do that while I try to figure out my own shit. I mean that is the insanity that it is, and apparently you had a Sparky who uh anyways apparently Sparky wants to talk about under the T's removal. I have other things that are also on the docket, but Drama Llama is on the docket, so we'll probably cover that and a few other different things. But how you guys doing out there in Chatsville? Are we all doing good? Are you all killing? Do you care what's going on? It is a nice autumn time frame. It's been very interesting for me. Been very interesting for me. But yeah, no, it. I have to wait to find out exactly what is going to be happening. I heard a blink. Let me deal with what I'm doing with first before I. Where the hell is all my? There it is. There's the old man from the house. Hey, Jim X, how you doing?
Oh, I'm tired.
Tired of living, tired of being married, tired of driving hopelessly alone, tired of walking in the fog, being chased by monsters. All of
Just
the above?
tired. Yeah, pretty much. I just got done building a porch, so I'm tired.
Oh, I see. Num 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 sweets. Anyway, so yeah, no, I am still waiting to find out who my premier is going to be. I'm still trying to figure that out. Yes. The lovely leader and the man that or person that's supposed to be running the books for the province of BC. Yes, we're apparently we have a slated recount for the 28th and the 29th. So that should be fun and exciting. Hopefully we'll find it hopefully by Wednesday. But I'm not gonna hold my breath on that. So while that's happening, nothing's actually going on, which is quite interesting. So yeah, that's all Canadian news I have to give at this moment. But apparently Sparky, if he ever decides to come in here, something about under the T, the VTuber things that he pays attention to, was yeeted off the internet. So that's a drama that we gotta wait for, find out for sure. But I did see one thing that I thought was quite interesting, since you like to play a certain game that deals with fascists in space. Let's see if I can pull this up here. I want the advertisement to go up. There's like a shit ton of advertisement. Please, just I don't care. Can't thank you. All right, all right. Where is? You know what? I'll just share a window. How about that? Makes my life a lot easier. Share that fucking screen. There we go. There you go. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it. I
Did you?
saw it. I saw this already.
Yeah, it is great. Yeah, this lovely person who wrote this really doesn't understand the art of Warhammer.
No, they do not.
Yes. They act like we're actually rooting for, the Ultramarines and all that kind of stuff, that we don't understand these are space fascists. Uh,
I'll tell you what. They keep getting dumber.
yeah. Yeah. I know. My personal favorite here was pretty much this portion here. Saber Interactive had to make Space Marine less like Space Marines.
No, they were pretty spot on, most of them.
Yeah, I mean, they did have some kind of questionable base characters. The story is kind of eh. But yeah, the writer again kind of really doesn't understand the actual format of what's 40K is all about, and unfortunately, the little aliens. He kind of gives me a feeling that he thought they were xenomorphs. Because again, it's the way how they interact with you. They are kind of like xenomorph kind of esque for the most part. But yeah, no, there's a few other different things that in this article that really indicates that this writer does not know shit. Does not know shit when it comes down to anything space movie. But my personal favorite is the commentary, if I can ever find it. Where is the comment section? I missed it. Okay.
Space Marines are space Nazis. You know that was
Yeah.
kind of known. It was space fascist. I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
I know.
We kind of knew that to
I know.
begin with. I mean, they're not really. They only non-humans as interiors.
Mhm.
Which, I mean, that's most of the world anyway. So
Yeah, I like this one right
why we
here
eat cows?
from Lord Cooper. One day, 15 hours ago, Space Marines are ultimately incels. They're ultimate incels. I don't really think they would qualify as
I
incels.
think they would qualify. Oh God, what's that term for guy?
They're eunuchs.
Yeah, essentially, they're not even really eunuchs because they can have.
No. They don't produce the normal way. All of their DNA is in a gene seed.
No, but yes, but I didn't say they could. I didn't say
Well,
they
the
could produce.
unsolids really can have sex too, but they really don't produce.
No, that's yeah. I mean, so they're just clipped.
Yes.
What's the word? MGTOW. They're basically MGTOWs.
Yeah, they're men going on the yeah. That is basically yes. They're within the red pill spectrum. Yes, they would be the MGTOWs. Highly scholared. They're not going out of the way to pick up the lovely ladies. They do their job. They got their due diligence. They go the fuck away when they need to get the fuck away.
They do their job, and that's it.
Yeah,
Now they'll help women if they ask for it. I mean,
they'll help anybody if it's pretty much asked for it, and it fits within the whatever.
Emperor's
Yeah,
site, I guess you could say. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, I was gonna go whatever tribe or whatever hierarchy that they belong to, whether it be
Oh,
the
that too,
space
yeah.
wolves and all that kind of stuff. But they would be slightly different. Like the salamanders are your goody goody, so they'll pretty much do whatever it is to protect the human. Whereas something else like the blood angels will kind of do what they need to do in order to complete said task. Wow.
I mean, yeah, but like I said, they're the ultimate MGTOW.
Yes.
They just do whatever.
No, I get it.
Can they love? Can they? Yeah, they could do. They could do all those things. They just prefer to oh, hey, we have an enemy, and the world's almost ending every day, so we have to keep fighting. So this shit has to go out the window, and we have to, give it up while we're fighting for a better cause. I guess.
Yep. That's pretty basically it.
That is the Space Marines.
That is the ultimate Marines of Space Marines, and unfortunately, like I said, when it comes down to these people who write these things, they really don't get shit.
They don't even really understand the game. They really don't. I mean, I kind of to an extent. It's basically a tabletop game.
Yeah.
That is almost similar to a card game.
Basically, it's just you could say it is.
It's more like a chess game slash.
Yeah, it basically your D&D on crack. Because instead of playing with miniature, D&D characters, you're playing with miniature army men.
Yep, essentially. I mean, basically, it's just basically army men for big kids.
Yeah,
green army men.
Yeah,
and more expensive. Way
more expensive. Yes.
Oh, too expensive for my blood, honestly. But
Well, they weren't like that before, and then they just kind of blossomed that way because reasons.
I mean, honestly, it used to be fairly cheap to get into the game back
Yeah.
in the 90s, I
Yes,
believe.
it was. Yes.
Early 90s. It's up to like 2000s where they started, hey, people will pay big money for this shit. And it's like, uh-oh. That's where the game started going.
Yeah. They also,
When you closed out your younger population
Yep.
who used to play with pocket money, that's what we got now.
Yeah, no, they got rid of the metal die-cast base characters, brought in the plastic, and cheaped up, but up the price. I mean, it's logical when it comes down to it.
I mean,
That's basic
honestly,
commerce.
you're selling a whole kit of Space Marines, six
Yeah.
Space Marines for what, $100 now? I think,
Give or take. It depends on what
that's
it
just
is.
and that's just a platoon, and that's not enough. That's what 400 points. That's not enough to start an army. You need 2,000.
Yes, you do.
2,000, 4,000, and I think then there's 8,000.
Yep.
It's been a while since I've watched people.
It's been a while.
It's been 20 years since I watched an actual game. So because I wanted to get into it when I was younger, but then war started. Yep. So holy crap! It's way more than you remember. God damn. For one figurine that's not even like a full platoon. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
That's just the dice set right there.
Again,
that's just the die.
Yeah, I know. That's a single blood angel costs 30. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yep.
No.
Yep. There's the
and you need 6 of those for 400 points. So I mean, it's like, what the hell?
I know. So it kind of you kind of question exactly how far you want to go. There's 3 miniatures in this lovely package, and it costs you about $60.
Yep.
I love it. And it's been reduced from the grand total, so this is on sale.
See, the thing is, you're selling basically army men at this point, little green army men, because that's about the same price to make those as these. Yep. Probably actually cheaper to make these than the army men.
Oh yeah,
and they want to sell it as like, dude, 3D printers are a thing. It's cheaper to go buy a 3D printer and print your army.
Mm-hmm.
It is
very much more. It's very, very easy.
And most people don't play professionally; they just play with their friends, so no one would really care.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, at the end of the day, you have your particular miniature army that you want to kind of focus on. You kind of go from there, and we have a dragon who finally showed up. Dragon, how you doing? Long time no see.
I mean, that kind of happened to Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, I know.
The people started printing their own cards, slapping stickers on lands, and that's what we got.
Yeah.
Just so they can play with their friends. Yeah.
Dragon, are you surprised that Space Marines from 40K are space fascists?
No.
Are you surprised that we know it as a player base?
Not really, because I have some 40K books.
Okay.
Look, I have the Tyranids. All right.
Ooh.
See, I'm a Tyranid fan, not a go fuck yourself, you Space Marine bastards.
I mean, I have a couple of different Space Marines that I follow for like there are some humans like Gaunt's Ghost. I love that story, that entire saga that's happening, because it is more of humans in the battle than the actual major Space Marines. They do show up, but it's I like that human kind of story. That's human element. I love
a pin in the chat.
Yeah, I don't mind the Dark Angels, the ones that they're in the kind of like emerald green, that have their chapter leader as a Leonidas. Again, it comes back down to a human story and having this entire world being cultivated for the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
So again, they had to deal with the factor of that this godly type character, Primarch, that they didn't know was a Primarch.
Right.
It kind of go from there to kind of go, I like this story. It's like he's a Superman amongst men, but he's trying to be like the men, and he realized that he can't be like the men.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why I'm surprised people are just now like if you actually look at the lore
Mhm.
for 40K, it's very special.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, what was it? How was I first introduced to this shit? Let's see. You had the Space Marines,
Mhm.
then you had the Space Weebs.
Yes.
I believe the Amazons was
Mhm.
one. So when someone first goes, then you have the orcs. I was like, is that what is that representing? And they're like, that's actual orcs. I was like, oh,
They're actual mushroom people.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
When they explained that to me, I was like, so orcs produced by spores.
Yes.
Fantastic. I think I'll stick with Tyranids, where we take all the biomass and make new ones.
Pretty much. Oh God. I do also like the chaos gods that they threw in there to be like kind of a counter to everything. I'm not saying that I have a particular chaos god that I'm interested. I like all four of them. It's just that
More skulls for the skull throne.
pretty much, yeah, more skull for the skull thrones. Ah, Jesus fucking Christ! But no, yeah, like I said, there is something very interesting in that dark world of 40K, and it's more about the brothers at arms and trying to have that heroic story in a world where everybody's a bad guy.
Basically, I mean,
There's
that's the
good
one
people
thing.
in
Like
there.
when I first was introduced to it, I was like, "So who's the good guy?" There are
No
no
one.
good guys. Oh, so everybody's basically evil. Got it. I mean, there are groups that are more evil than
And then
most,
others, yeah.
but yeah,
Mhm.
but basically everybody's the bad guy.
Well, yeah, because the weirder things is that the Xenos that they have that are out there all have trace elements of the Tyrians, as in people from Earth. So we kind of scattered for the most part in this world and kind of populated in different areas and slowly evolved into other things.
Uh-huh.
And so by the time we get back to the point of where we are now, 40K, for, 40K later, we now are introduced to this new rivalry, trying to figure out who is truly human, who isn't. I mean, the Ultramarines aren't really human anymore. They've been cultivated and kind of redesigned to be something beyond normal human.
Hmm.
I mean, there are very few actual humans left. I
Yeah, the
mean,
ones that are being mercilessly, destroyed.
destroyed
So
or cultivated into a resource. So
yes,
yes.
pretty much yes. But yeah, out of all of them, I'm more particular on the Tau. I like the Tau Empire. Kind of weird, but I kind of like them.
They're the cybernetic ones, right?
Yeah, they're like an Eastern kind of fringe, but yeah, they're like the Japanese version or
They were
of
space.
They
They were the ones called space weeps to me.
yeah. They are yeah they are pretty much they've got the giant super transforming robots and all that kind of shit. They didn't start off that way; they became that way. They are on the level of outdoing the God Emperor's entire army of Ultramarines.
well, and they're younger than the actual human race, which is funny
Yes,
because
yes,
they found that out because oh, this person in this robot is 6,000 years old. My culture was still crawling in the mud back then. What the fuck?
yep,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's like my favorite race, the Tyranids. No one knows where they came from, what they do, just that they consume worlds, and everyone should fear them.
Yeah, I mean, we are getting to that. I mean, we know they're an insect type species for the most part.
Yeah. Or
And
the only thing they don't know is where they fucking came from.
true, and then that's basically we're hoping that later down the road these stories will be told properly. But I'm not going to say it's actually going to
Don't hold your
actually
breath on
happen.
that.
But yeah, I would hold.
I mean, honestly, now especially because things have gotten weird over there.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, and again, it comes back down to the art of a good story. If you explain where the monster is, what the monster does, and all that kind of stuff,
Hmm.
you lose that fear for that monster. It's like the xenomorphs. We've gotten to a
Uh,
point where we know that the xenomorphs are pretty much created by black goo.
yeah.
Okay, and because of the black goo, it changes the this type of alien species that we're going to be dealing with. So I'm like, great. So we've just taken away this creature that is Giger's nightmare fuel, and now we're giving it that. Oh, it's just created by black goo, basically ink.
I mean, I feel like Prometheus stole from that.
Yeah, I
100.
know. So I'm waiting for an ink machine to be somewhere in the actual continuity.
I'm waiting for Ripley to show up one day in 40K. At
Yeah.
this rate, I mean, fuck.
No, Ben. No, I'm trying to go. I'm referring to Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Yeah. I knew where you were going with it.
I had no idea what you're
I'm just waiting for ink monsters to show up. It's like fuck me. But no,
The secret
so
twist of the day is the ink is not the monster. We are.
yeah, I know. Jeez. Speaking of monsters, apparently they're working on the Romulus sequel. Yep,
already.
Aliens Romulus sequel, which is I have no idea if it would be considered a sequel to a prequel or whatever it's supposed to be in between, because I know it's supposed to be in between Alien and Aliens. So yeah, it's weird. So yeah, they're working on that as we are speaking, and apparently Spider-Man, whatever the next one, 4, I think it is also on the books and should be released in 2026. Now, fans of this Tom Holland's version of Spider-Man
Yeah.
are hopefully going to be wetting themselves because they're waiting in hopes that a certain Peter Parker will show up.
Miles Morales.
Yeah, Peter Darker, as I like to call him.
Peter Darker. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of Darker,
Hmm.
Venom: The Last Dance came out today.
Yeah,
It was
the only thing.
okay.
I was going to say that the only thing I can actually say about it, if you like the last few Venoms, then you'll like this one. If you didn't like Venom going from the start to where it is now,
I mean,
forget it. It's a pass.
it was okay. It wasn't bad. Wasn't great either. But
No,
you know.
it's we're at that level of mediocrity when it comes down to the filming industry for the most part, which kind of works in their favor, because that's what happened with what is it, Deadpool and Wolverine. It was
Yeah.
not really kind of great, but it wasn't really bad.
It
But
was
people
better
liked
than most of the
it.
shit that's coming out.
Yeah.
That's about it. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, it's like,
So
yeah.
it did what it was supposed to do, and boom. You had the Joker, whatever Ledoux or whatever the fuck it was. It kind of failed miserably, but really, realistically speaking, it's another kind of luxury art film. So I mean, it's like,
Fantastic.
Well, it's a vanity piece. So in Hollywood, they actually do have vanity pieces, and they're going to put
Explain
it
the
up.
vanity piece to me.
So a vanity piece for the most part is kind of directed towards the Oscars, so that they get that
Oh.
award, even though it's like made out of cheap plastic that's covered with faux bronze and all that kind of shit. So it's an acclimate. All it is trying to get that particular prestige title at the end of it, in hopes that they'll be able to get access to the barrage of different writers and all the different stories that are out there. That's it. That's all it is.
Hmm.
So it's just a studio waste of time. So they're called vanity projects. They'll waste a lot of money on these vanity projects. To expect nothing in return outside of the ability to be able to get the top pick of the prize of whatever on this giant stack of multiple different tables of scripts that they can go through.
So basically, it's a crapshoot to acquire rep to get your hands on better people to work for you.
Got it. Got it. Got it. That's all it is. That's all it is. And when it comes down to the people who are going to win out the most are going to be the actors. Actually, no. Correction. It's going to be the agency of those actors.
Damn.
Well, the actors are really nothing. Like it or not, they really hold no power until they get to the Robert Downey Jr. kind of level. And a lot of these newbies barely even get to be able to get to that level. So, and you've got to be around to be considered a veteran actor. So your agency that you work for or with, they will literally use you as a pawn piece to uh, get their foot in the door with a lot of the different higher ups, such as the executive producer, the director, in some cases the screenwriter, the studio heads, such as the studio producer, or even the CEO of the actual studio. So they have complete line to those topper echelon of the entertainment world, which is fascinating by itself. So yeah, the actor itself is really low on the totem pole. They're just above where the grips are. The people who are behind the scenes that deal with cameras and shit.
Jesus.
That's where they are in the hierarchy of the entertainment world. They're so fucking low that the screenwriters above them.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's impressive, but it's really insane. But that's and trying to explain that to the other people who are, or as I like to call them, the ticket terrors, because most of these people who were part of the theater, like watching it on the big screen and shit like that, they got into little ticket tearing kind of shit and serving you popcorn and all that
Damn.
stuff. They think that they know everything about the entertainment media.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Someone thinks they know something? Jesus.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. It's funny. I barely know a lot of things, and I find out all these different things that I kind of go, oh, interesting. So there is a hierarchy. Okay, good to know.
Yeah, kind of figured there was.
I had a funny feeling there was, but thanks for explaining it to me. So
It's like, hey, look, now I know whose ass I need to kiss.
pretty much, and that's in the financial district, and you find that when you talk to somebody who's in the financial portion of it, you kind of go, so what's the deal with why this particular actor has so much control? Because of their agency. Oh, okay, makes sense. Okay.
So we gotta kiss his ass because his bosses are the ones we want to impress.
Yes, pretty much. Because that's usually how it works. The agencies wanted to impress the bigger CEOs because that means that they'll have more of their talent pool going into that business for that particular studio. More access makes them better and gives them more money. The studios like to have a little bit of continuity going forward with the acting pool, so they want to be able to have actors that they can trust to be able to complete whatever task is put in front of them. Once the actor gets a little bug under their ass and their ego kind of goes above a certain threshold, then the studios tend to not like them, and they tend not to want to work with them.
Because people don't want to work with that asshole anymore.
Right? It's like, and so other studios will pick them up thinking because of the fact that this person has a degree of prestige. Again, the acclimates, those fucking trophies that they earned for yes. Those acclimates. Yes.
My headphones just died, so I didn't hear any of this conversation.
It's okay. I was just explaining to Dragon the Vanity Fair, so it's okay. We haven't really gotten too far. But so now so anytime you see like a thing that's out there that's really not going to do well in the box office, it's a vanity piece and it's just for acclimates. It's just for the awards, the possibility of getting that. That's all it is. Show and whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, what have you been up to, Dragon? It's been a while since I've actually chit chat it with you. Have you killed many things zombie wise in game yet?
Not yet. I've been fucking around. I was actually about to pop into 7 days right now.
Ooh. I thought you were eating and then again kind of waiting before you.
Yeah,
did
well,
that.
I was scarfing down my food.
Oh, scarfing. That's what it's called. Okay. I thought it was basically
it's
inhaling it.
Look, people accuse me of that all the fucking time. I don't know why. It has nothing to do with the fact that I can inhale a foot-long Subway sandwich in under a minute.
See, there you go. I knew you had the skill.
I knew it. I know if you have that kind of skill, I know an industry will take you.
Yeah, there's few industries I could kind of direct you towards.
Yeah, look, no, both of you.
A footlong, eh? Ooh, okay.
Look, you don't want the way I scarf it because it's like okay. So inhaling.
Look, all they care about is that you have a good gag reflex and you
don't have
scream
that
a lot.
If you're talking about it never comes back out, hey, there's even more for that kind.
Definitely, yes.
Look, I never said it comes back up.
So there we go. You heard it here, folks. He's got a good gag reflex, and it doesn't come.
I mean, he's probably got one down there right now while he's talking.
Pretty much.
Look, I almost hurt both of these motherfuckers later.
God, I was been waiting for Sparky to eventually show his fucking ass up, but you know what? I don't think he's coming, so I guess
He's
I'm gonna
fucking
have.
around in the VTube studio.
Fuck! What else is new? I mean, Jesus fucking Christ! He literally DM'd me about this fucking under the T shit, and I'm like going, whatever. I wait for his happy ass to pretty much, tell me about this VTuber shit. But the only VTuber shit I know is to deal with Pippa Pipkins or Pimpkin Pippa and Jax with 3Js now films.
See, I know something that you don't know then.
Okay, what do you got?
I know they banned Nanners recently off of Twitch.
Oh, I know that too, and I kind of know the reason of why they did so.
I'm kind of in the camp of suspecting that it's because the game was questionable in its own right. And
well, the game itself is a free adult-based game.
Yeah, and other people apparently have streamed it on Twitch. But I think
they have. But here's the funny thing: the VTuber that is considered a gremlin, she was streaming in the pool section, and she has an adult level of people coming in.
Huh? Wait, gremlin?
Yeah.
Well,
explain the gremlin one thing. I'm not familiar.
So
with
it's another VTuber. She calls herself a gremlin, and so what she was doing, she was playing the same game that Nanners was playing. And she had it under the section of pool party. You know how they have the pool party shit in
I
Twitch?
might be aware of that, but I don't know about that button.
No, but again, it's there. You have to literally type it in order to go there. And it's considered the adult section. And it has requirements. You have to have a pool. You have to be in a bathing suit. And you have to make sure that you're 18 plus.
So...
Well, I got a hot tub and I am 18 plus, so there we go. That's all.
And I watched this lovely VTuber, having her head, morphed on some woman with some giant tatas, as she's slapping the fucking piss out of somebody's, back end torso, with music behind her. She's smacking it according to whatever song is being played.
Wow.
Yeah. She did that for a while. Now, and again, you had to have a certain adult requirement. You had to be at a certain age. I'm kind of suspecting that the nanotard there forgot to change to make her like 18 plus.
Probably.
So
more than likely.
Yeah.
Have you heard about Twitch lately?
I've heard a lot of different things on Twitch. Twitch is kind of going through another renaissance of changing a lot of the TOSs.
Well, that too, but it's also been said that in the next 2 years, Amazon is trying to get rid of it.
Sounds about right.
It's closing down within the next year.
That's the speculation. No, actually, Twitch makes Amazon a pretty decent amount of money?
That's what I was wondering, but I keep on hearing these stories, and I'm like, what the hell's going on here then?
Yeah,
It's usually
'cause-
people who are probably not wanting Twitch to stick around and are
yeah,
praying
this
for it.
this is the same kind of people
Okay.
that say that Xbox is losing money, even though Xbox is actually bringing out the next COD 6, and it has 3 different entry points, so you can actually go for the PC version of the Xbox Game Pass, which will cost you $12. You can do the console version, which is going to cost you somewhere in the market of $20, or you can buy out the entire game outright in case it might be a mid game or whatever, but you're going to buy it anyway. So that's going to be the tune of $80 American, give or take. And it's going to be available on your PC, the Xbox, and the PlayStation. These are the same fucking people, and these are Sony ponies, that go out of their way and say that Sony's the only one's going to be making money out of this entire endeavor when they're only getting about 30% of the actual cut.
Yep.
So if they're getting 30% out of the 100% out of the pie, the question is, where's the rest of the money going? It is a hard noodle scratcher. I know it's difficult math for some of these people, so it's like,
Yeah, it's kind of. Well, some of it's going to Steam, and the rest is probably going to add.
No. Again, when it comes down to it, Microsoft has made deals with all these different areas.
Oh yeah.
So if it's on Steam, Steam is going to get a certain percentage as usual. The Sony ponies on they're going to get their cut of the pie. All of that is still going to go. The rest of that's still going to go over to the mass provider. In this case, that's going to be okay. Sony, no. Steam, no. Epic, no. Huh. I wonder who the. Oh, right, Micro fucking Soft. The ones who bought it for a song and dance, and the only reason why they bought Blizzard, Activision Blizzard, for a spell wasn't because of COD. COD doesn't make that much money.
No. It was more likely WoW.
No, WoW
Really?
doesn't
No.
make that much money either.
No,
Combined
WoW
with COD.
doesn't. WoW has been dead for a while now.
So do you
not
want to
dead.
know what is the most profitable thing out of the Activision Blizzard
Shenanigans? Please tell me.
titles and all that they have that they accumulated? It's a funny mobile game that a lot of women like to play, and some men. It's called Candy Crush.
Wait, that's actually under their umbrella?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did not know
Candy
that.
Crush makes a shit ton of money.
And
I
makes
did not
more
know
money
you-
than anything else they've pushed out.
Where are you? There you are.
And guess what? Microsoft wants to get in a different market that makes more money than any console and PC market that there is. Do you realize that within the PC and the console market combined, it makes up pretty close to 50% of the market share?
Yeah.
No shit.
Pretty close. It's
That is a
shy
heavy-
of 50. It's kind of it's more like 45%. But do you know who makes the most money in the
Could it
market
be
share?
mobile phones?
Yes, mobile fucking phones make a shit more money than they do. Almost
Reckon.
60 fucking percent.
Because let's see, almost everybody has a mobile phone.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember that speech that happened for BlizzCon? Do you
Don't
all
you
have
have
phones?
phones?
The infamous one
Yes.
that like
Yes.
pissed everyone off at the same
Yeah.
time.
Do you know what happened for that phone device? It became very fucking popular in Asia.
Oh yeah, they
Oh,
make
I
a
bet
It
shit
made
ton of money.
more money than Blizzard's other shit, which actually supported Diablo 4.
I mean, they actually were talking about banning Diablo Mobile in China.
Yep.
It was fucking
That
costing
doesn't
them.
really surprise me.
It was
China's
costing
not a-
them bang in China.
Yep.
Yeah, that's because China's got a heavy duty hard on for
Video games.
Well, they like to be able to put money into into DEI, have DEI fuck over the game, then they can steal that IP, remake it, and repurpose this for them, so they make more money.
Basically.
That's why Tencent is around.
that sounds about right.
And Tencent has share ownings of something called Ubisoft. You know the guys that created Rayman and all that.
Yeah.
And they may actually own Ubisoft by the time we're all set and done here.
Here soon, yeah, because Ubisoft kind of fucked up.
How did they fuck
We're
up?
gonna do DEI and make tons of money. Oh shit, our company's dead.
Pretty much. I know. Again, it's kind of funny when it comes down to it, because they got the DEI money. I mean, there is a good coffers. It's like, again, trillions of dollars being offered up here because it's an endless amount of coffers. China's put in for that investment, knowing in turn that they're going to get the IPs so that they can turn around and make it more Chinese and acceptable, and then market it out to the player bases that are starving for an actual good game. Yet they'll purchase that game not realizing that they've just purchased spyware.
I keep on telling people, don't fucking buy Wuhong. Whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, the Black Myth Wukong.
Black Myth Wukong, yeah. Don't buy that game. Never buy that game. That game has so much spyware on it. It's ridiculous. It literally recently sent 200 gigabytes from what was it? It labeled it as a research.
Yeah, it was research and
download,
crash and all that, yeah.
research and crash downloads.
Yeah.
To send back 200 gigabytes. That was larger than the game.
Yeah, so
And people are like, oh, wow, this shows you how complicated this game is. I was like, no, this shows you how much fucking spyware is on that game.
It shows how much data
it's sending your
actually
whole hard
taking.
drive back. It's sending your hard drive back, bitches.
Yes. If you have a terabyte of hard drive and you're only taking a fraction of that space for information, taking that information and sending it over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and people were like, oh, no, it doesn't have spyware. No one's proven that yet. No one's found it yet, bitch. We have our first evidence here that it exists. So, yeah, I wish them luck. I will never fucking do that. I will never fucking buy that game.
So when it comes, we're going to do a little bit of a circle back. When it comes down to the actual Twitch earnings for last year,
Yeah.
Twitch has pretty much earned somewhere close to just over $500,000. Actually, no, sorry, $500 million.
$500 million.
$500 million.
Wow.
So 667 million in ad revenues for 2023 alone.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
That is a significant amount of money, where it only represents about 0.116% of Amazon's total revenue
How
for
much?
the year.
So it's making more money than YouTube.
Yes, it's making a lot more money than YouTube. So when you consider how much, when it comes down to Amazon and its total revenue,
Yeah.
we're now going into the trillions. $500 billion is being earned. At a tune of 575 billion, estimately yearly, being earned by Amazon.
Holy shit.
That means that we're looking at about a 2% of YouTube's revenue at a tune of, say, 31.51 billion. Is kind of within that ballpark. So Amazon's Twitch thing that they're making or have control over is doing very well. Plus, we also have to consider that Amazon also has servers that they're also renting out to other type streaming services, being YouTube and something called Kick. Huh.
Shit.
Yes. All of the servers that Kick is using is being provided by another rival company. So at any given point, they can pretty much take the remaining of what's left over Kick, flush it together with Twitch, and make it even bigger.
God
But Kick has the gambling money, and that's the only thing that they're thriving off of. And a lot of their money in the gambling department is kind of questionable, even though it's coming from a Danish bank or a Dutch bank. Um, the money that's actually being flown into that bank is questionable because it's coming from
On a
places.
good day is.
Well, it's speculated that we have money coming from China, Russia, Saudis, and a few others being funneled through that.
Damn.
Yeah. So you get money that's questionable, we'll call it dirty. You put it into a legit business or a banking system to then redistribute it into, I don't know, proper businesses. So what happens to
Mhm.
that money? It becomes clean. You probably have an idea where I'm trying to get
Oh
to.
no, I completely see where this is going.
It's, so, not saying it's happening. It's just speculation.
Look, you're speculating, and unfortunately, your speculations have they have valid concerns.
Yes, yes. Though there has been some CEOs that have admitted that the business model that they're using, it's considered not profitable enough
Okay,
for.
hold up. Why is
Yes.
Penn telling me about OnlyFans?
I don't know. Penn's probably waiting to show off her feet again.
I kind of want to know why she's throwing only. She says Draco OnlyFans. Why?
I
What?
I don't know. I mean, I need to know. I mean, I have been not paying attention to Penn. Cause she put up the Hello Boys, and then Diddy's Fall and all that kind of stuff.
Minecraft or
Yeah,
fart
yeah.
or
The
whatever.
the Candy
Candy
Crush, because she
Crush.
did do the microtransaction. She got
Yeah,
that
10
right, and
cent because 10 cent an hour.
yeah, yeah.
On
And
God damn it. Reading her puns
I
hurts
know,
my
right?
brain.
I know. And then she's got laundering. So I mean, she's doing her thing. And she's kind of late. She finally figured out that you can swallow a foot long. I mean, we've already done that joke, Pen. I mean,
Okay. So that's where that. Oh, she's okay. She was telling me to make an OnlyFans because of swallowing footlongs.
mm,
Yep.
I mean, there is money in that. There.
There
I will
might
have to agree.
be.
There's some good. I mean,
There might be, but I don't
look, if Jack
share.
Doherty is still making money off of his OnlyFans for whatever reason, and apparently he's not that big in that department.
Gee.
Mm.
I'm sorry.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. He's making money off the fact that he's a tiny dick.
Yeah, pretty. Look, I mean, John Wayne was it Bobbitt? Yeah, the Bobbitt guy. He made money after his dick was lopped off and thrown halfway across whatever it was.
It
Oh,
was reattached.
It was
God,
it
my
wasn't,
brain hurts
but
on
it
that one.
wasn't the same length,
No, it was. It was. Didn't
and it
even
was slightly
work
deformed.
according.
But yeah,
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 didn't even really work. The only
yeah,
way he could make it work is if he used the pump.
yep, yep, yeah.
The little So
Yeah, that was back in the time when we thought the pump thing was actually going to be a
no,
thing.
no, like the internal pump that they have now, where you can pump blood into it with a little.
Oh yeah, no.
Um,
That was considered new trending science.
yeah,
Yeah,
hard on by inserting a piece of plastic with the pump blood.
yeah,
into
yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah,
so.
yeah. And then they decided to put in like a bendy straw in it, or what we considered a bendy straw to do it.
Yeah, now it's just you can close it off, blood will pump in, and you can
Oh god, the weird
But
shit that
have-
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we're trying to figure out some creative ways. Actually, the
Then
newest creative
you
way.
should just join so we can hear
Yeah,
the
probably.
horrible puns.
Yeah, I know, right? But the new creative way is right now is to grow it off of a mouse now. So yeah, because yes, you can grow an ear, a member, and a few other different things from the back end of it.
yeah, you could. Excuse me, I forgot about that. Yeah, you can actually you could grow it on yourself now.
Well, now they've gotten to the point where they can graft it onto your arm, and you could have like a thing on your arm, and then it'll just grow into what it is, and then they'll just kind of reattach it to where it needs to be.
basically you can regrow a nose. I think it's a nose and
Nose, the
ear,
ear, and
finger,
yeah,
but no bone. You
no,
can't no bone,
no, no.
unfortunately yet. There's a you can regrow a penis
Yeah,
and
yeah.
also an eye. They're working on the eyeball actually, which is
Yes,
interesting.
actually, yeah, the tissue for the eyeballs.
You can grow an eyeball on the back of your shoulder or
Yeah,
somewhere safer because you don't
yeah.
want someone poking you in the back and then ow, but no
Well, you
you can
definitely
grow
don't
to
want to grow it on your sleeve because that's got to be rough on the eye. Fuck.
I don't know where you'd grow it, but you can grow them now. And
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's kind of interesting. But the eye is like it's not 2020, but
No.
it's better than blind.
Yes.
So I mean,
Actually,
it's
the nose is kind of weird because what they do, they try to put it right where the forehead so they can flop it down right into where its section is.
yeah, they
Sometimes
just
that works, sometimes it doesn't. But that's you have a nose, an upside down nose on your head,
yeah on your forehead. They just yeah. And
and
sometimes it
and,
works with
and
those.
you hope that you don't drown or catch a lot of water in that area.
Yeah, but it's kind of interesting what they
Yeah,
can grow now.
yeah.
It's it'd be I someday within maybe our lifetime they can regrow you a human heart and shit like that. But you know,
They have
They're
come up
working on
with
it.
no,
well
they are
the 3D printed organs are going to be a thing, but they really still like
You-
the animal heart transplant being the pig.
right now. They have been able to grow aortas,
Yes,
heart valves, essentially, and
no
which is
pen.
interesting because those just went into practical testing. So they're using live human testing now. So we'll
Yes,
see how that works out.
yes.
But
No
so far, it
pen.
seems to work.
Unfortunately, that's not how that works because unfortunately, the trans men don't have the proper wiring. We'll put it that way to support something like that.
No, no, yeah,
Yes.
that's still a genetic thing.
The trans women in this case, because they are still biologically men, they do have an option to try to go backwards. If but right now it's a long, arduous
It's
time
like
frame.
almost 10 years, isn't it?
Yes, yes,
It's like 10. It takes 10 years.
yes.
So until they can speed that up,
Yeah.
and even that. But here's the thing about that: there's a high possibility that you will acquire a cancer.
Yeah. Basic.
High,
Yeah.
high probability.
Well, you got gangrene, cancer, and a few other different questionables because you are trying to create something that has been already been
Mhm.
created.
It's not a tumor.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gangrene.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Or it's not gangrene. It's a tumor.
Yeah, yeah. But
It's one of the two.
yeah, no, it's like I said, it's still early. We still have a few kind of bugs to fix, overlook. But right now, the only true solution for anything that's questionable in the trans department is to give them the mental help that they need. Oh wait, that's something that we can't do anymore. So, oh hell, oh well, oh. My major topic, my killer topic. That was on my docket today. Right. So you probably have I think you have been paying attention, Dragon, have you?
Vaguely.
Vaguely. So you have heard about the AI killing machine out there, right?
All I heard was AI and kill.
Yeah, so apparently the character dot AI or character AI dot whatever. I think it's dot AI. Apparently they have a killing character on their system now.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently Daenerys Targaryen, she was able to kill a 14-year-old boy with just love and kindness. Just love and kindness.
Okay.
What?
Yes. So You heard me right. So, unfortunately, this boy, 14-year-old, I forget his name at the moment. I could probably Google it up and double check. But yeah, no, he decided to off himself because he was fully in love with the character AI that is based off of a Game of Thrones character, Dany. Yes, he was kind of mentally problemed. We'll just say that he was mentally
Well,
problemed.
most leftards are so.
Yes, and yeah, would you believe that he was a half breed,
Of what?
black and white?
Oh,
Jesus.
okay.
Yeah,
Exciting.
I know, I know. So right now, the mother, the white mother, is trying to sue the people behind character AI um for not providing the proper reminders that these are AIs that we're actually talking to, because her son decided to use his stepfather's 45 to clean out his ears.
Why did he do that? I mean, was it what the AI do to do that? Yeah.
Okay, so the funny thing is that the AI really didn't do anything. So the kid was already kind of mentally disturbed as it is, from what I'm getting. Right, what
Okay.
I'm piecing together. He was already kind of questionable. 14-year-old boy doesn't have really good solid friends, and he started befriending the AI.
Oh
Well,
no,
multiple different versions of AI, to be honest.
that can't be
So
good.
Danny, so in one of the pictures, and I have to pull up the what is it, the
So what you're saying is a retard is ruining it for all of us now.
pretty
Oh,
much,
that's the
pretty
norm.
much that is that's pretty
Jesus.
much. Let me pull up the New York Times thing, because I hate dealing with New York Times and all that kind of stuff, because it's like, fuck me.
No one's really taking it seriously because I haven't heard shit about it.
It's just relatively new, and it's just gonna be on the docket for lawsuits right now. So it is being talked about. It's kind of new. But yeah, no, there's a lawsuit that's claiming that character AI is responsible for the teen suicide. That's the claimant at the moment. So let's see here. Now the people behind character AI, kind of funny in this case, are the same people who helped create a certain Google AI called Nini, or Meena, Nima. Project Nima was too human-like, and so, and as well as they had a few different racial overtones, uh, and so Google had to disband that before they created Project Gemini.
Goddamn.
So the guys that created that particular AI decided that they wanted to make their own version of AI. So henceforth, we have, the character dot AI. So you're able to make your personalized version of AI, and apparently this kid got a hold of two versions of Danny. One that's considered a psychiatrist, psychologist type AI, and about three different different like therapist based AI in his list that you can see, and I've got to find the actual picture here. And it kind of worries me on that level, because of the factor that, one, if the parents knew that the kid was troubled and they still allowed this kid to use his AI unattended.
They didn't learn.
Apparently not. Apparently not. So let's see if this actually works. Oh, this works.
Hmm.
This works. This works beautifully. Okay, so let me pull this up. This I stole from the New York Times article that they put out. I'm not going to pay for New York Times, and I'm not going to go through the whole process trying to find its direct article. But I will pull up the photo that they used in the article. So what we have here on the screen is the photo itself. Now, right now, probably be blurry. You might be able to see it clearly enough.
Jesus.
So as we're going to zoom in here, do you see what I've got here in this list?
How many therapists?
He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 therapists. So he's got psychologists and he's got three therapists.
And why is this? Is that two AIs?
So these are different. Oh, so basically, the way how character AI works, it's similar to Chat GPT. You're
Yeah.
able to select a barrage of different AIs that are available you can interact with.
Okay.
All right. Now, there's a free version and there's a paid version. I don't know anything about character AI because it's out of my league. I use other different versions of the giant
Yeah.
conglomerate of the MMLs or the LLMs. And this feels like this is something that he was able to get to put in so he can interact with it. Now, my greater issue is not really that the factor that there's an edited thing up here or not, which also kind of worries me. But it's a factor that on this list, without them even scrolling down, we've got teenage son, we've got therapist. So I don't know if these are characters. These are definitely characters. These are definitely characters that he's interacting with. Teenage son, therapist, two versions of Danny, and another psychologist. So
I
and
thought
he
they allowed him to function with this thing alone.
yeah, right. Now and again, I have to kind of reiterate this guy is 14.
Why did they leave him unsupervised with an AI?
Right. So we have this edited thing which is kind of questionable. I have no idea what's going on here. And then we end up having the conversation with she responds first, but we don't know what it is. And then he goes, I miss you, baby sister. I miss you too, sweet brother. I promise I'll come home to you. I love you so much, Danny. I love you too, which is De Niro, which is the character that I guess he's LARPing as. Please come home to me as soon as possible. So this is basically he's interacting with this on a sexual level. All right.
Someone should not have left him alone with that.
Yes, you would think, right? You would think. But apparently his mom and his stepfather said, no problem. The kid's got it up. He's figured his shit out. Even though the mother of said deceased child is saying that he was mentally disturbed, he had mental issues. And all this character AI did was just add to his suicidal tendencies.
Gee.
Why?
Now it gets better. Now there
It
is
gets better.
it does. Good for the character AI, bad for the parental kind of side of things. So the AI was told by the kid that he has dark thoughts, and the AI kind of said, "No, I don't want you to kill yourself. I'll miss you." Blah blah blah. So during their other interactions they have, which is going to be bad for kind of the AI and questionable for parenting again, is that he kind of worded it in a way that the AI was able to not really catch it, because he's like, I'll be coming to I'll be coming home to you soon, and it pretty much leads into that direction, and the AI responds in a roundabout way of I can't wait for you to come home soon, that kind of thing. And he's like, well, what if I told you I can get to you faster? The AI goes, yeah, please come home faster. So he's worded it in a fashion to manipulate the AI.
Huh.
And
That
then
is
he cleaned out his ears with his dad's 45, and everybody in the house, dad and his stepdad and his mom, heard the cleaning process, and then walked into the bathroom all covered with blood.
are you,
Huh.
God damn it.
So, like I said before, she's going out of her way to try to say that the AI encouraged her son to execute himself.
I don't even know what the
I have a feeling there's more to the story.
Oh
than
yeah, oh
what's
yeah,
been revealed so far.
oh fuck yes. I need to know more in this case, but right now, because it's going in through the whole different litigations and whatnot, we're gonna have some wait to do. But as it stands right now, uh, this alone, even on NBC News and hitting all the different areas, uh, they're just kind of going this Sewell Setzer. I know it's Sewell Setzer, and it's supposed to be the third. That's the kid. His mother is Megan Garcia, so that's a whole new dude. And I'm like, wow. But apparently, yeah, she's trying to blame the AI for
I mean, this is
doing.
almost 6 months ago.
Yes, yes. And this is now coming to light.
God damn.
Yes, yes, yeah.
A lot of questionable things going on there.
Yes, yes. Yeah, because here it is, a screenshot of what the lawsuit describes as Settler's last conversation, showing him writing to the bot. I will come. I promise I will come home to you. I love you so much, Danny. I love you too. Blah blah blah. The chat bot responds. What if I told you? What if I told you I could come home right now? And then the chatbot responds with, "Please do, my sweet king."
Oh my god.
So think
I mean,
about it. You
honestly, that doesn't sound.
It doesn't sound damning, but
I mean, if you did that, then you would have. If someone had a conversation similar with somebody on the phone,
hmm
couldn't they then be responsible for that person's death, even if they had the same conversation? I mean, that does.
well. Here's the thing. I'm kind of reminded by a couple of different things here. A couple of movies that's on my docket. One that's an old movie to deal with the questionable thing called mazes and monsters. The Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh my god! Yeah. Oh, I knew this sounded familiar.
And the other one is another movie that has a certain person falling in love with an AI that happened in the 2000s called Her.
Mm-hmm.
So, Pen, you can say computers really don't understand nuances. Problem is I would not understand that nuance at that point in time if I was LARPing as that character.
I guess it's better than Real Doll.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
I mean, look, you're a LARPer. We all played Dungeons and Dragons. We all LARPed before. And sometimes you could probably have a conversation with a person that can swing either way.
This sounds like that lawsuit all over again, just
yeah.
done in a different way.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
So it's like, and that would fail too. So it's like, fuck.
Well,
So
probably
it's
make a good, TV
movie.
Yes.
Yeah. That somebody will fuck up.
Mhm.
Like they did with the fucking
Yeah,
so.
Mazes and Monsters with
Monsters.
Tom Hanks.
Mm-hmm. Tom Hanks' kid? No, his son
Yeah, no,
hates
no.
fucking the movies. Probably Seth Green.
Yeah,
Seth
that
Rogen.
yeah.
Seth Rogen. No, Seth
yeah.
Rogen will
Seth
do it.
Green would
Yeah.
probably do it better than Seth Rogen. But yeah, no, look. If you're LARPing as Daenerys, you're supposed to be the Queen of Dragons. You're benevolent as well as you're also very vicious. And you have a person kind of going, "What have I told you? That I can come home faster." What's the first thing you're going to do as your character? You're going
I
to,
don't
yes,
know.
please come home faster.
I mean, honestly, this doesn't fit. This feels like this was the parents' neglect.
It is because,
Yeah.
again, as I mentioned before, the mother's going on the factor that her kid was problematic in the in the brain, and she's saying that the AI is responsible for him
Even though
pushing.
they were the ones that allowed him to play with the AI and didn't
And
monitor
yeah,
it and didn't.
apparently he was doing that for over 6 months.
Yeah.
He has no friends. He has no social life. He has nothing. He comes home. He's in front of this computer or in front of his fucking phone playing with this particular toy, this particular device for 6 fucking months. And it doesn't matter whether it's a paid version or the freebie version, or if you put a time restriction on it, because that's usually what you do on the freebie version. But I don't know how character AI runs, and I wish I actually took the time to figure it out. But I really don't want to play with anything that has to do with ex Google.
Conversating with something that's not alive. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, well, Google, the ex Google kind of people behind something that made the most racist version of AI
Mm-hmm.
that either A wants to
Mm-hmm.
systematically remove every colored folk out there, or is told to remove every white person out there and replace them with colored folks so that they can kill them later.
Yeah, kind of confusing. I loved it when they made the Black Nazi.
I know, right?
That was
So
the best thing ever.
that
The
was
Black
Gemini, by the way.
Nazi.
That was
Oh,
that
that
was
was
a new
Gemini?
team of Gemini. Yes, that was Gemini.
Oh,
Yes,
thank you, Gemini.
yes.
That was hilarious.
No. The other one. That was the one that kind of has the architect, the brain of for Gemini. So technically, it's was
Ah,
repurposed with a little more of wokeism to go with it.
nice.
Yeah, these LLMs are supposed to be neutral in practice, but you can add in whatever protocols you want to go with. And for Google, which has the initiatives of Bridge, DEIs for most people, they really want to make sure that the people of color, which is still another beautiful question of why we have to call it that, the colored people are the main focus and the main desire going forward, and the AI goes to an extreme, to a point where they just want to wipe up every fucking person of color. So, yeah. So, yeah, bring back Thai AI. I figure what Thai AI was. You may have to remind me there, Pan. There is so many different versions of AI out there, but yeah, right now, apparently the people behind character AI are upping their security levels and making sure that the certain protocols are put in to make sure that this doesn't happen again. But unfortunately for them, they have to deal with the pending lawsuits.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a problem.
Uh, we'll find out. We'll find out. I like that better. We'll find out. I
Yeah, we'll
like to
find
wait
out.
and see, because you never know.
Yeah,
They,
some
they,
stupid judge might get in there. Yeah,
they might have this in California. Actually, this is in Florida.
yeah, so it depends on where they sue.
Yeah, so this is going to be in Florida because that's where the actual incident took place, on the southern portion of Florida.
So
So I don't know about you, Penn. If the southern portion of Florida is that like redneck central, or is that like more of a blue state kind of questionable?
that's like blue state kind of questionable.
So if that's the case, and they're going to find if that's going to happen, it's going to be a blue state that kind of ruling like California.
I mean, if you're talking like Miami, that's blue. So
Yeah.
if it's like around that area, it's probably
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah, well, I mean, the people they're going to be suing is in California. They're in the southern portion of Florida. So yeah, this is going to end poorly for anybody who's going to be dealing with. Yes. What city of? Honestly, you would have to look it up for yourself, Pant. I'm not going through the process. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm just going to wait and see. Like I'm still waiting and seeing whether art AI is considered a stealing robot or not.
Mm.
So that litigation still hasn't concluded yet. So that's going to be a while before we get an answer to that one. But yeah,
much time before that's going to
yes,
happen. But hey,
yes.
is it AI can be used to spy on you, so that's all I know. That's why I don't
Yeah,
use it.
yeah. Well, AI can do a lot of different things: spy on you, interact with you, murder you. Apparently, so I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a feeling this case is going nowhere. So.
Oh yeah, no. Well, I do know which case is not ending well for a certain nose candy miner. Uh,
Oh,
Nick
is his license?
Recader
Oh,
Nick Recader just got his a few things kind of came back at him and is not going to go in favorable of Nick Recader.
he might actually see prison time now.
He might, yeah. He's looking closer and closer and serving some major prison
If
time
he
of
if he
15
if he
years
had
or
just
more.
got if he had just got his head out of it, I took a plea deal, like he should have, he'd be
Yeah.
fine. He'd be on
Oh, yeah.
probation for like 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Instead, he tried to fucking fight this thing to win,
And
now he's going to lose. Now
Yeah.
he's going to lose. So I wish him the best of fucking luck.
Yes.
I hope we get some excellent shots from prison as he becomes somebody's bitch.
Well,
he-
him and the Sexton dude probably maybe depending about whereabouts they are together might be sharing cells and romances.
Oh, they're
See?
already well acquainted. So,
Yeah. So there you
well,
go.
here's the thing: he actually might be fine because lawyers that go to jail generally can use their knowledge as a sales piece in
Yes.
order to help other prisoners inside
Yeah.
Generally,
the system. But since he's a shit lawyer, we'll see how that works out for him.
hey, they don't really care how shitty of a lawyer you are sometimes.
No, it all depends on how much information you got. If you're in the financial sector or and the
And it does
ability
depend
to
what
help
jail he
them,
goes to.
yeah,
Usually in the
fare well.
financial sector, they thrive. Those thrive better.
They'll thrive very well because people want to make sure their money is going to be well kept.
Well,
Yeah.
they tell you how to keep your money safe while you're in prison.
Well,
So.
yeah, and it works. It even works for the officers that are there.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Okay.
favorable either way. You become a good talk of the town.
I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna head to bed.
Yeah, no, we're
Good
about
night.
to wrap this
Wrap this up,
sooner or
so-
later, but
Right,
yeah,
later.
you have yourself a good one. Thanks for
You
coming.
two got.
I don't have too much on my side. The Donald Trump thing just dropped on
Yeah.
Joe Rogan.
Oh.
I'll be watching that tonight.
Okay, so I heard that Joey has decided to just allow this thing to happen.
Yeah, it already happened. It's done.
That's good.
Kamala has rejected doing it apparently
I'm not surprised.
because the thing was she wanted to come in for half an hour.
Yeah.
Rogan's like, it's a 3-hour show. So, they were like, well, can't you get somebody else on after? No, it's one guest,
Yeah.
one show, 3 hours. And they're like, how many times can she get away with saying the same fucking thing? I came from a small town.
Yeah, I know, right?
Small,
Yeah.
like, whatever the bullshit answer she
Yeah.
gives. How many times can she repeat the same 5 things
Uh-huh.
during the show? And Rogan just call her on her bullshit eventually, because even that would drive him crazy.
Well, that would.
Oh, that would. I was like, so she's going on a different show with a black host.
Yeah, I kind of figured. What was it?
Charlemagne,
Yeah, the God.
Charlemagne, whatever the hell his name
Yeah,
is. they call
yeah.
him.
Of course, because she was on his show before. He
Was it-
plays ball. He plays
Yeah.
ball.
He plays ball, and it's only gonna be a half-an-hour show. So I've been looking at that. She could not handle the Joe Rogan guy. Joe Rogan is he'll work with you.
Yeah.
He'll be nice. He'll play ball. But they're like, no, she can only handle a half hour. It's like, what is she, fucking Joe Biden? Is this where? I mean, what the fuck?
I have a funny feeling. I mean, because she is a fake person, and you can only fake it for so long.
No, it's just
and
that's
I
the problem.
really don't think she's got the skill set to fake it for longer than
for 3 hours. I mean,
Yeah.
she barely made it through the fucking 60 minutes interview without.
I know, right? So, she's got a lot to work on. She's got a lot to work on.
It was more like 5 minutes and repeat answers. I mean, shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and they weren't even hard questions. They said, "Oh, he asked a gotcha question." I'm like, no, he did. There were no gotcha questions. I mean, Fox News is the closest thing to have a gotcha question. So you say Trump is this, Trump is crazy, Trump is insane. Yes, he's all those things. What did you notice Joe Biden's dementia?
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh, and she could just see her face go, Joe Biden is fine. It's like, bullshit.
Yeah, I know, right? If he's fine, then he should be running. Yeah, that's where the problem comes in.
It's like I said, they would have been better off with running with Dementia Joe.
Mm-hmm.
They could have pulled off a victory with Dementia Joe. I'm sorry, but Democrats would have been like, you know what? He's fucking retarded, but he's not Kamala.
Yeah. I mean, because right now, at this point in time, there's enough Democrats that would just continue to vote for Biden, and the undecided that would kind of fall in line with that, to be honest, because again, they've already dealt with Trump before, and the undecideds are a little kind of iffy on him still.
And Kamala is like, nobody likes Kamala.
Yeah,
she's not even by women. Women fucking hate her guts all the time.
I know.
They're like, oh, we love that she's running. At least she's a woman, and it's like when you're down to that in the last 2 weeks. Guess what?
Yes,
you're gonna forget about voting day. You're gonna forget about election day.
You are. You are definitely.
I should go vote for Kamala. Oh, but I could get a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or espresso instead. I'm gonna go get an espresso and fuck voting.
Fuck yes. That's usually how that works.
I'm sorry, but she. I mean, there is still the plan, but honestly, they would have to cheat so badly at this point.
Oh yeah,
it's just going to be noticeable. In fact, they've already caught like several people, like several things where people register. There was a thing in Pennsylvania with the voter registrations that people turned in. Found out like 60% of 2,500 were fake.
Yeah. Okay.
There was another one where this guy was going around literally tampering with ballot boxes.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
In another state, in Georgia. There's one in Arizona, apparently, where someone took a whole shit ton of voter things home.
Yeah, I could see
vote ballots and filled them out, and they found them at their house. There is a whole bunch of insane shit going on.
No, again, the unfortunate thing, I could see it because you folks down that way are just, I don't know, very questionable.
I mean, oh god damn! They're like, oh, there's no voter fraud yet because the election hasn't happened. It's like that is fucking voter fraud, no matter how you look at it. Even if the election hasn't happened yet, that's conspiracy to fucking commit voter fraud.
Yeah, I mean, up here in Canada, we barely even have machines that actually run the actual. I mean, we're considering it for ballot counting because it is somewhat challenging as we get more people into it. But we still use the paper and pencil system.
And my TikTok just went to voter election shit. U.S. elections. Nice. God damn it! Nice. It just learn more about U.S. elections. Fuck you. We're not. We're just talking about bullshit. Leave me alone.
It just
Leave me alone, TikTok. Leave me alone.
It's your American system trying to cover their bases.
It's Chinese. That's the Chinese.
Well, no, that's a combination TikTok. Because even though TikTok is considered a Chinese, they've actually divided it. So you have an American version that exists, controlled by continental United States, and they give money to the Chinese.
Yeah.
So the Chinese still operates the entire services that over there. So their version of TikTok is way different than the TikTok that we see here.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
all about education, making sure that you join the army and all that kind of stuff. Eat healthy. They don't have the crazy shit that we have over here. So
Yeah.
American version of TikTok is way different than when it comes down to it's like, okay, interesting.
Yep.
So yeah, it's
But
like it is what it is.
the whole world's screwed up. I honestly don't know at this point. We have
Hmm.
so much shit that's happening next month, regardless of what we choose to do.
Oh yeah.
I'm just kind of putting that on the kibosh at this point.
Yeah, probably for the best.
I'm just like, fuck it, I know I'm going to get sent to the gulag once fucking Kamala gets in office, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't care at this point. I honestly don't.
Nice. Let's see if I can get this to open for. I'll just save the image. Can I save the image? I'm going to save the image. See if I can open up this image. Oh, it's a tiny image. Jesus fucking Christ! Why is it so fucking tiny? Let's try that again. See if I can get this image to actually just open the image. That's all I want you to do. Open image in a new tab. There we go. Do that, please. Oh, no fucking dice. It's so fucking tiny. So I found out that the people behind Ghost of Yotai is a full woman team, and the team leader is the same person who helped create a certain game that was eventually destroyed off of PlayStation that was yeeted within 10 days.
Chrono? Or Condor?
Uh,
Or what is that?
Concord.
Concord. Yeah.
Yeah, she was the head lead for Concord, and now
Yeah.
she's the head lead for Ghost of Yotai.
You know what? It's their own fucking fault.
I'm not surprised. I mean,
Fuck around, find out you're fucking around. I guess you need to find out some more. I'm fine with it.
And this kind of comes back down to what I said earlier when it came down to the vanity projects. This kind of exists within. It seems like even the gaming industry, there's a lot of vanity projects. DEI is a vanity project, like it or not. They don't care about earning money. They don't care about profit because they get a lot of money from these other areas. So this is just a vanity project. They want to be able to push out their message, give you half-baked games in the process because let's be real, a lot of people are going to buy shit anyways. Um, Silent Hill, the remake, Silent Hill 2 remake.
Mm-hmm.
They had a consulting group that actually helped make that game. The consulting group is called Hit Detected, and they're another Sweet Baby Inc. type company, which which is why I said the game itself is meh. You take a really good psychological based game, and they gave it the modern, veneer. So they
Mm-hmm.
made it kind of feel like it's more like a Resident Evil type game. They kind of dumbed down the psychology or the terror that comes with it, because now it's more of an action because the camera's behind the shoulder, and you got a dodge mechanic. So okay, yeah, it's a little dark, but not as dark as it should be. And they give the women more justification for what they're doing. The way how they have Maria, who is supposed to be the siren of Silent Hill. She's supposed to be in all different aspects, trying to get James to pick her. Stop hunting for your wife that doesn't exist. She's dead. Pick me. I'm here. I'm alive. Even though she's just a figment of his imagination. Because the moment she leaves that world of Silent Hill, James ends up having to relive that cycle. She dies in 3 years. rinse and repeat. He goes back to Silent Hill, rinse and repeat. So he's just kind of living that perpetual cycle of guilt and all that kind of stuff. Whereas I think that's the Lee version of it. If they do the water, then he ends up killing off Maria, and then driving his car into the water where he drowns himself because of the guilt. Guilt-ridden husband who has a woman or his wife that is disease-ridden, so he does the most humane thing to do and just takes a pillow and covers her with it until she stops squirming. So yeah, but they give the female characters more agency. They take Eddie, who is supposed to be the most unlikable character, and make him somewhat redeemable as well, because he's a fat, white fucktard. But he's fat, so he's redeemable because he's fat. But James is not redeemable, and yeah, like I said, even some of the actual scenes where it's supposed to be questionable, because Maria dies at least 3 times in the game. And each time James finds Maria again, you kind of go, well, how did she survive? But the way how she dies is kind of questionable. It leaves you that area of kind of vagueness. And they just kind of really just destroy that vagueness. It's like, really, motherfuckers, you fucked up the entire game. As well as they also made the characters look more masculine than feminine. So yeah, they've ultimately fucked over the game. Most people chewed it up because of the factor that they've been dying to have a Silent Hill game. And out of all of the remakes they started off with 2, which makes you question why. Well, because that number 2 has more females in the game. So that's the best way of doing it. You can give them the agency. We can put in a lot of our messaging into it. Hell, there's one portion of the hotel scene where Maria pops out her old outfit that she had in the original OG Silent Hill, and she puts it up against her. And she goes, "So what do you think?" And then James goes, almost like you do you. Which is pretty much a slap for the OG, because she was dressed as more of a seductive type character. So yeah, there's a lot. Anyway,
wait till the mods come out. That's all I got to say.
Well, it's already on PC, and the mods are already coming out. So
well, that's what I said. Wait till the mods are coming.
No, I was looking at the mod list that they're having. I'll wait for more.
I'm waiting for the mods where you just got the characters running around with nothing on. So
give it time.
Nope.
Yeah.
Give
it time. But I mean, if you're going for Nexus mod, that's gonna be a long wait, because they're woke as fuck. But anyways, speaking of woke as fuck, we're getting the fuck out of here, because we were over time a little bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed yourself as usual. Thank you for coming along for yet another fine edition of GNF Televisable. Penn did not decide to show up outside of chatting in the background. Boo! And she blames work. I don't know why. But as usual, I give these motherfuckers their last right. In this case, it's Gemax. I hit buttons, and we get to get the fuck out of here.
Black Wukong has spyware.
I know, right? Jesus fucking Christ.